So M. Night returns once again. Now, it doesn't exactly any reason to really be excited. Now, don't get me wrong, early on, I was a huge M. Night Shyamalan fan. I loved his first few movies. I think most people did. Then all of a sudden, things just fell off the rails. He became probably one of the worst, if not the worst director in Hollywood, giving us a smorgasbord of shit burgers over and over and over. It was so bad in mid-middle street when I joined the rest of us in watching football and MMA. Now, all that being said, in 2015, he did give us The Visit, which was probably his best movie since Signs. It wasn't great, but it was good. It was a solid movie, him going back to something more intimate. Again, was that a fluke? Can he make it two good movies in a row? Let's find out. And with that, I'm welcoming you to another episode of The Real Mentor, where my goal, as always, is to enhance your movie watching experience. So M. Night now brings us Split. Now, I gotta say, this is an extremely difficult movie to talk about because this is one that should not be spoiled. There is obviously surprises or a big surprise in there. Of course, it's twist, whatever you want to call it. It's M. Night, that's what he does. And the least you know about this movie, the better. So, and there's so much, it's a few things that you really want to talk about. And you almost have to talk about this movie, but unfortunately I can't. So this is going to be extremely vague and as spoilers free as I can make it. Just real quickly, Split's about a guy named Kevin who suffers from split personality disorder. He's got about 23 different personalities. He's played by James McAvoy. Now, first and foremost, James McAvoy was phenomenal in this movie. He was great, the best performance he's given. He does doesn't do all 23 personalities, but he does, I would say, maybe 4 or 5 or 6 of them around there. One being a 9-year-old boy, another being a female, and they're all so distinct and different, so nuanced. It's great. He's fantastic in it. He's almost worth watching his movie alone. All that being said, now obviously one of his personalities ends up kidnapping 3 young girls for unknown reasons. And pretty much the movie, the girls are trying to figure out a way to escape, and you really don't know why they're there in the first place. And I'm gonna leave it at that. Now, first and foremost, let me just say this is not a horror movie by any stretch of the imagination. If you guys decide to go watch this movie, I want you guys to have the right expectations. It's not a horror film. This is more of a psychological thriller. It's got some horror elements here and there. It's more of a character study than anything else, but it's not a horror movie. It doesn't mean it doesn't make it not good or anything like that. Again, just be careful when you go into, making sure what you're gonna end up watching is what you want to see. If you want straight up horror, this is not for you. Now, the ending, which really makes this movie, it's got that twist ending, whatever the case is, which I promise you will not see coming at all. And it elevates the movie to a whole new playing field in terms of what you actually just saw. It changes the whole perspective on this movie. You think you're watching something, you're like, oh my God, what? And it kind of blew my mind, to be perfectly honest with you. Now, again, don't let anybody give you details or tell you why. If someone begins to tell you exactly any specifics, you run away, punch them in the face, whatever, preventing them from actually spoiling this for you, because you want to go in this fresh with not knowing anything at all. Now, taking that ending away, the movie itself up to that point was good. It was okay. It wasn't something I would say go out and rush to go watch it. Maybe go watch it at home, DVD, whatever, Netflix, whatever the case is. But the ending really makes this movie special. It takes it to a whole new level. And I'll say this. If you are a fan or were a fan of M. Night's earlier work, there's no question you're going to understand what he accomplished here. You're going to understand the method of his narrative and storytelling and what he did with this movie at the end of the day. And you're going to really appreciate it, probably even love it. If you're not familiar with his earlier work, if you're not a fan of his earlier work, you're probably not going to understand the movie, not going to get the full experience of what this movie tried to give you. This is a movie that's almost like fan service for those who stuck around M. Night's career, I guess, or really enjoyed what he gave us early on with movies like, Sixth Sense and Signs, Unbreakable. So again, if you're unfamiliar with his work, I can't recommend this movie, to be honest with you. I'm not saying it's a bad movie. It's a good, solid movie. It's entertaining. It's got good moments of tension. The personalities are very interesting in figuring out what was going on. And one thing I really enjoyed, it explores a lot about the mind, the power of the mind, and what it can accomplish. under the right circumstances, if you will. I found that very fascinating. And again, it's an interesting narrative. It's very slow paced and all that. That's what kind of M. Night is good at. And when you watch his earlier work, that's what he did before he got too big and too grand from his movies and all his garbage that he pumped out. This is a little more, this is definitely him back to form. That's a good thing. But if you're a fan, if you like this work, I can't recommend this movie enough. And I wish I could just talk about it more, but I can't. I want to spoil. I don't want to say anything more because I'm afraid I might say something I'm going to regret. So, having said that, huge fan of M. Night. Definitely go watch it. If you're unfamiliar with his work, probably wait till it comes out on video. Be that as it may, if you've seen it, did you like the ending? Did you get it? Comment below. I'm super curious what you guys thought. And of course, as always, subscribe below and feed my need to go to the movies and talk about it afterwards. See you guys next time.